Craven. Thank you to 2024 for giving us yet another epic year of Marvel games. But regardless, welcome back true believers and all you merry Marvelites out there to my very last video of 2024. So first off, I do hope that every single one of you have been thoroughly enjoying the holidays recently, but more importantly is that the year of 2024 as a whole has been absolutely crazy. Not just for the current state of Marvel games and all their massive projects that they released this year, but this year has also been a pretty big milestone for me personally, both inside and outside of YouTube. Primarily considering that I will officially be working for Disney in February of 2025. And I for one am extremely excited to get started while still delivering as much Marvel games content for every single one of you true believers out there as I possibly can. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for continuing to support myself and the channel every step of the way. And here's hoping that 2025 will be even better. But before this year is completely over and done with, we actually have a brand new article from Marvel themselves going over the biggest highlights of 2024 for Marvel games, as well as going on to tease what's in store for 2025. So if you're beyond hype for the future of Marvel games like I am, then definitely be sure to thwip that like button and subscribe to the channel for even more Marvel games videos like this down the line. So as this brand new Marvel article goes on to state, is that we have the best Marvel games moments of 2024. What were the standout moments this year? Take a look back at Marvel games in 2024 with our year-end review. Now this article does provide a plethora of statements from a variety of different developers who've worked on several different Marvel games throughout this year. And while I'm not going to read every single one of their statements, I will be sure to leave a link to this article in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. But the core points of attention within this article does begin with the following. The year just keeps getting better and better for Marvel games. And we're finishing out 2024 with a look back at some of our favorite moments. There are countless highlights from the year, like celebrating a historic 10 years of Marvel Contest of Champions, to the crowd favorite crossover of Doctor Doom in Fortnite, to the breakout sensation of Marvel Rivals. From the team at Marvel Games, we're proud to bring you moments like these and more. One thing is clear. It's all thanks to players like you. And what's even more exciting is that you heard it here first, Marvelites. That's just a taste of what's to come. Stay tuned for more exciting announcements coming soon from Marvel games in 2025. And yeah, considering the utterly banger year that Marvel games had in 2024, with the two massive standouts being the release of the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, as well as the insane success of Marvel Rivals only recently reaching over 20 million players worldwide, as well as based off of everything else that we currently know about Marvel games, it's looking like 2025 will undoubtedly be even bigger and better. Now, as for what exactly we can officially expect from Marvel games in 2025, let me give you all the rundown. For starters, we do have the hero shooter sensation which took everyone by surprise with Marvel Rivals, which, to remind all of you, is in fact a free-to-play live service game, meaning that there will in fact be more content added into the game as the years go on. And for the case of 2025, we do know that Season 1 of Marvel Rivals will officially commence in January. And the only aspect that we officially know about Season 1 as it currently stands is that it will include brand new characters, maps, and modes that will all be added into the game for free. And if you've been playing a ton of Marvel Rivals like I have, then you would know that the current season that we're in right now with Season 0 is said to be around half the length of what a proper season is going to be, meaning that we can expect Season 1 of Marvel Rivals to last at around 2 to 3 months, which also implies that we can ideally expect about 4 to 5 seasons of individual content for Marvel Rivals to launch in 2025 alone. And if NetEase continues to keep up the pace for Marvel Rivals going into 2025 and beyond, then this could definitely be one of the most successful hero shooters of all time. Now moving on to another massive Marvel game which technically has already released, but will now be receiving its official PC port in January of 2025. And of course, I am referring to the one and only Marvel Spider-Man 2. Yes, while it was already previously confirmed by Insomniac Games themselves that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will not be receiving any type of story DLC of any kind, even though they never confirmed that the game was going to receive DLC in the first place. It will be great to see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 fully release onto the PC platform so that way it can reach an even bigger audience, as well as finally being exposed to whatever the modding community has in store for the game. Whether that be the addition of brand new skins for both Peter and Miles to wear, which were not featured in the original game, or even the inclusion of a built-in multiplayer mod. And based on the footage that's already been released online, it's looking like the modding community will be having the time of their lives. And last but not least, when it comes to the Marvel games that we officially know will be releasing in 2025, we do have the brand new single-player story-driven cinematic action-adventure Marvel game with Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, which will be featuring both Black Panther and Captain America in World War II as the game's central protagonists. And it was only as recently as last week where we just got a brand new official update about the status of this game. We've already received a ton of details about this game's story and how exactly all the developers over at Skydance New Media and the main director of the game of Amy Hennig herself have pretty much said that this is going to be the most cinematically realistic Marvel game ever made. But by the time we hear and see more about Marvel 1943 in 2025, we have to see gameplay. Because for a best case scenario, we could see the gameplay for Marvel 1943 acting similar to Amy Hennig's previous outings with Uncharted. But based on the previous details that we have heard Amy describe about the gameplay for Marvel 1943, it does sound like it could be something similar to that of a Quantic Dream game like that of Heavy Rain or Detroit Become Human. But no matter what, I'll be keeping my fingers crossed to make sure that Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra will shape up to be everything that we want it to be. Which now brings us to the more uncertain future of everything that we can hopefully expect from Marvel games within the year of 2025, or more likely, potentially going down even further with the years to come. Because based off of previous announcements, we do have 4 massive AAA Marvel games which are currently in development without any concrete release date. And these games directly include Marvel's Blade, which is currently in development by Arcane Leon and being published by Bethesda, Marvel's Iron Man, which is currently in development by Motive Studios and is being published by EA, Marvel's Black Panther, which is currently in development by Cliffhanger Games and is also being published by EA, and finally, we do have Marvel's Wolverine, which is currently in development by Insomniac Games and is being exclusively published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Now, out of all these upcoming Marvel games without release windows, the one that I personally believe is the closest to launching has to be Marvel's Wolverine from Insomniac. Ever since the release of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games has been all hands on deck with Marvel's Wolverine. And despite the utterly disgusting hacking attack that Insomniac experienced late last year, they still seem to have made really good progress on Wolverine's development, which hopefully means that we could see some official gameplay of Marvel's Wolverine in action sometime next year, possibly during an individual PlayStation State of Play or even a PlayStation Showcase. But one thing above all else is known for sure. Every single developer over at Insomniac Games, Marvel Games, and all these other massive gaming studios are 110% cooking. And I, for one, am ready for a feast.
Heal the world together.
But with all that said, everybody, that's the video I have for all you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. Out of every single one of these Marvel games, which will be releasing in 2025 and beyond, which game are you looking forward to the most? For me, it has to go to Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, because I'm just so curious as to how exactly the gameplay is going to operate for this experience. And more importantly is that Amy Hennig has never let me down before. Let me know what you think, everybody, and be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy, and for more Marvel games videos like this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, stay merry Marvelites, here's to an amazing 2025, and until next time, Happy New Year, and peace out.